Hi, I'm Xinhua correspondent Zhao Zehui. We're in Darhan Muminggan Joint Banner in North China's Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. China declared on July the 1st, having built a moderately prosperous society in all respects, also known as Xiaokang Society in Chinese. That means Chinese people's living conditions have been improved. So today we are curious to see how the herdsmen living in Inner Mongolia, how their life has changed. Since herdsmen are a group of people who relies on herding for their living, and their lives can get difficult in the past. So we want to see how their lives are now. Join me are my friend Kurt Mercado, he's from the UK, and also Gloria Namira. This is her home behind us. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, good morning. I'm Kurt Mercado and I live in Hohhot, the capital of Inner Mongolia. But I'm very interested to get out into the countryside and also to see the changes that have happened in these particularly traditional areas and to see how lives have improved for the local people here. So I'm very pleased to be here with Gloria, an actual local who can show us around.
Okay, now Gloria.
Hey guys, this is Nemra, and first of all, thank you for having me and welcome to my hometown. I just graduated from university and my major was English, and then I was actually graduated in 2020, and then now I just came back to my hometown and kind of like recording videos and using my knowledge that I have learned to trying to share my culture or tradition with the world, with people outside. So thank you and nice to meet you.
Okay, so Kurt, do you have any first impressions when you came here?
I mean, I think it's hard to not be blown away by just firstly how beautiful it is, and secondly just how sort of vast and massive these grasslands are, and the lands that these herdsmen rear their cattle and rear their animals. So that's the first thing, and also just how fresh the air is and how invigorating it is, how alive it makes you feel. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of this area.
Okay, so I want to know how your life or how you used to live in the past. Mm-hmm. So can you show us some past stories or your the lifestyle in the past?
Yeah, sure. Like you can see, the house, like you introduced, this is the house we're living recently, now actually. So there we can see the house we lived in the past. Uh-huh. So let's go and take a look. Okay. Let me show you.
So this is your old house, you mean?
Yeah, I was born and raised here till I was 6 or 7, I think. So you can see, if you're gonna go take a closer look, you can see this house is already became the house of our herds, our animals.
What would you say that the main difference to living in a house like you live in now compared to living in this one?
It's like you mentioned, it's way convenient than this one, and especially like as we all know, China is developing so fast these days. So yeah, the life of ours and also the life of all Chinese people, I think they're getting way convenient and way better than the past. How do you put it? Because a lot of things are pretty convenient these days. We have electricity in that house, but here we didn't have that thing.
I suppose one question I would like to ask. We're quite lucky because we're here in the summer, so like the weather's lovely, nice and warm. But in Mongolia, it gets very cold in the winter. What was it like living in this house during the winter? But was it particularly cold?
Yeah, it's cold actually, because like you see there, that's the oven. No,
Right.
that's the oven. What do you call it in English?
To heat.
Yeah. The heating machine, let's say. I'll show you later. In the house we have underfloor heating. So here we use that, and we need coal, right? So we need coal in the winter, and then we need to get up very early to heat up the house, so we don't need to feel cold or anything.
So let's take a look at your new house.
Okay, let's go. Let me show you.
How did you learn to speak English this fluently?
Oh, a lot of people actually ask me this question. I never went abroad to study, but it started when I got really interested in English, and then my major was English, like I mentioned, when I was in university. And then during my university, I just tried to make as many foreign friends as possible. And then I just, learned it mostly myself. And then after that, because as we all know, English is set as an international language, right? So I tried to use this international language to introduce my culture or tradition to those people. And we just saw the house here, like I mentioned, the development of China is really well. Yeah. So back in the days, my parents, they don't get that much of chance to go to school. And my mom has 8 sisters and brothers. So my mom herself didn't really go to school. She just stayed school for a week or so, I don't know. But nowadays, I have a brother. He is now in senior high school, and I myself just graduated from university. So basically these days, I think every kid in China, most kids, they get the opportunity to go to school and learn the knowledge that we need to learn, I think. Yeah.
Well, are you the first person in your family to graduate from university?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So your access to education is improved, I guess.
Yeah, definitely, because back in the days, like I mentioned, we don't. My parents, they don't get that much of chance as we do to go to college. But these days, also, there are some policies that help minority groups, right? Yeah. Minority groups to go to school and finish their education. So yeah, definitely. Oh, let me.
Okay, so this is your new house.
Yeah, welcome.
It's certainly a lot more modern. Definitely, you could tell that just instantly from the facade and from the windows.
Okay, so let me.
Okay, so I guess, can you give us some room tour?
Yeah, let me give you a room tour. Actually, our room is pretty simple. This room is designed by my mom. And then you can see this is the closet. the view is pretty good, right?
That is an amazing.
Every morning you wake up and you can see the wide stretched grasslands from here. And then this room is this bookshelf is mine, but this bed is my brother's. Yeah. And then this is pretty modern too.
It's your study area?
Yeah.
Wow, you have so many English books.
Yeah, because I think most of the university students, we learn English. So at least we are bilingual speakers.
Yeah.
And then to me, I can speak 3 languages. So I try to balance my 3 languages. So you can see I have Chinese books, English books, and also Mongolian books. I just try to balance my 3 languages.
It's interesting that lots of the books you read are the same books that we read in school.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We read Holes in school. I've read The Fault in Our Stars as well.
Yeah, I tried to buy those like what do you call it? Original English version. Yeah. So I tried to buy them online. By the way, they are pretty expensive.
Where did you get them?
Taobao. Yeah.
You mentioned a heating system.
That's a underfloor heating system. So we hit the oven. In that room. So these whole house get
so
warm.
it circulates the heat around the house.
Yeah.
Do you have any curiosity?
I mean, my main curiosity was the heating, because I know just how cold it gets in the cities in Mongolia. Never mind in the grasslands without the heat sink. So that was sort of my main question. I assume, based on what you have here, you have electricity in this house as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can show you the electricity. So yeah, back in the days we kind of used candle. I still remember when I was a kid, we had like candle.
Wow.
So during the night, if I want to do my homework, we just use candle. But now like the light is way more lighter, and also it's way convenient. Yeah.
That's incredible. That's almost like a whole generational change in what, 10 years was it? When did you move out of your old house?
Over 10 years ago, I think.
But it's still a very small amount of time to have such a vast change. We would call it like a generational change. These kind of changes, at least in the West, take 100 years to move from no electricity to electricity and things like that. So it's very impressive to see how fast that's happened in an area that's so remote as well.
Nowadays, let's say we drive, we have motorcycle. So back in the days, if people have seen those videos about herdsmen, they ride horses, right, to graze the herd. But nowadays we have motorcycle, and if we need to go down to the town, we have a car. And I think here in my area, in my region, hometown, I think almost every family got a car.
Wow.
So that's way faster and convenient as well. But in Chinese we have a saying 换汤不换药, right? So although the traffic tools are changing, but the nomadic life, we're still trying to hold on to that.
Okay. Do you want to experience the native nomadic life?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a city boy. I don't know how good I'll be at it, but hey, I'll give it a go. See if I could last out here in the grasslands.
We're actually prepared. My dad's Mongolian dress. Hopefully it's big enough. It fits you.
Nice. Okay, what do I do with this then?
Put it on. It's like a regular dress, but what do you call it?
To be honest, I don't think we have a word for it.
Is it a gong?
Kind of like a gown. You can call it Mongolian gown.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I saw one word in English is called dil. But dil is here in my hometown. We call dil is the thing that we wear in the winter. But this one is just like Mongolian dress. We call it Mongolian dress.
How do you feel?
What do you think? I feel very cool, I must admit. How do I look? Do I look the part?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I might look the part. I don't think I can.
It's big enough.
I don't think I'll look the part when I try some Mongolian culture.
Yeah, can you hold it for me? Yeah. And good job. Okay. So you stretch your.
Very rarely does somebody else dress me, I must say. This is quite a unique experience.
You go this way. Yeah. Go.
Keep going.
Keep going.
You're gonna get dizzy. Keep going.
Okay.
Well, it's nice and comfortable anyway.
Okay, let me. Sorry, but I have to. Because in our tradition, women don't like put it out, but men,
okay.
it looks like way cool
Yeah.
and strong. So I think.
As long as I look cool and strong, that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Okay. I think it fits
Nice. What do you think?
you. It fits you.
Cool.
Cool.
Really.
Well, I feel great.
Okay. Now you ready to try the horse?
I suppose.
Mongolian Nadam thing.
Not only have I never ridden a horse, this is probably the closest I've ever been to a horse in my life.
Try that one. Go. You're gonna try that one.
Go? I think I need a teacher.
He's your teacher. He'll teach you.
Which
Put
foot?
your
Left
shoes.
foot?
Yeah, here.
Oh my god.
Go. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold the and up you go. Go in front. Sit here. That's the place you sit.
Sit where?
Here. Here.
부담 가르쳐줘. 내 말대로 쏘고 쳤노.
Where is your fit? Where your...
딴데 watch 줘. 에이.
Okay. 이후에는
It seems a lot bigger when you're sat on it.
This is the place where you sit.
Right.
You sit here.
Yeah. That's
And,
where I'm sat, I think.
Do you want to?
Walk.
You're close. Are you? Do you feel comfortable?
I'm just not gonna move, I think.
Just be relaxed.
It's a lot easier to say be relaxed when you're stood there and I'm on the horse. Okay, cool.
Hold that. Hold it. Like
With one?
that. Okay. You just imitate what he does.
맞잖니 맞지 비 말도.
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. Nice and slowly, yeah?
자, he's gonna take you.
Whoa.
Don't make any fuss, okay?
Okay.
Don't shout, don't yell, just be chill, okay?
I'll try to be as chill as I can.
What do you feel?
So in my mind, I was like a...
Shaking, actually.
Yeah, and I'm sweating. In my mind, I was like a pure Mongolian herdsman, but in reality, I was shaking the whole time. And yeah, I had a fantastic teacher though. I'm sure he'll probably have a laugh about me later, about how much I was... But it was good fun, it was good fun. I'm glad I did that.
Okay, so let's visit the pen, shall we?
Okay, let's go.
I'm still shaking a little. Just a little.
But if you can write well, that's fun, you know.
It was fun. When I wasn't terrified, it was fun. I was just terrified 95% of the time. No, it was good fun. Hello.
Okay, so this is the sheep pen that we have nowadays. If it's a little bit warmer, the herds are here, and then during the winter, if it's really cold, we also have like this sheep pen to hold the baby lambs here, so it's way warmer.
So what do you use the sheep for? Is it for the wool or for meat or?
During the day-to-day life, we eat their meat, and we sell them. We just to sell, yes. Sell them for money. So with the money, we buy our food. We just make our living. So yeah, basically we can say our life depends mostly on them, but most on the herd. So that's why, like you mentioned, you said the horseman, he's kind of like one with the horse. So basically our nomad's life is kind of like one with the herds, with the sheep, with the horses. Our life is mostly depends on them.
Wow.
Yeah.
It feels like something you can't really teach, I think it's just if you grow up in that lifestyle.
Yeah, and mostly I think it's just in me, because I was born and raised on this land, and yeah.
So I think herding, a rather traditional way of life, is definitely seeing a modern touch. What's that?
That's called turbine. Oh, that's this thing we used to make electricity.
Is this the only source of electricity?
Yeah.
In the house?
Yeah.
Wind? What?
Oh, the wind turbine. Yeah, and also the solar panel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, solar panel.
Really harnessing the nature of this area, I guess, with the wind and the intense sun. And I suppose that's much better for the environment and the local people than, having coal-powered things here. It keeps the air nice and fresh, I guess.
We try to live as harmonious as possible with the mother nature. Yeah.
And I think that's something I've seen China really pushing for recently with a move towards green energy, definitely cutting down on greenhouse gases.
Yeah.
And here we see it in action, basically.
Okay. We're making, I think it's called steamed dumplings in English. In Mongolian, we call baozi. This is the material basically for the boats. Yeah.
So, does your habit of eating changes as well?
Not really, because I was studying in Wuhan for like 5 years. I still like Chinese food, Western food, but when I'm back at home, mutton is my favorite all the time. So not really, I would say. Yeah.
Do you eat like vegetables or fruit?
Yeah, of course. It's easier to get them nowadays from the town. If we want to buy something, we can just go directly down to the town, buy our car. Yeah, and vegetables. We eat vegetables during our day-to-day life, but I would say meat first and vegetable second. Yeah. And then let me teach you the easier one. I think you cannot make. Do you think that's hard to make?
Let me stick with the easy one to begin with. We'll see.
You.
Is that right? Too much?
It's enough. Okay.
Enough.
Now you fold the flour. No. Okay. Yeah. And you go like that.
Okay, so this looks like a traditional sort of Chinese dumpling. What would be the difference between, say,
The way is the same, but that's our that's what our Mongolian boats
Right.
looks like. But this one also easier. That one is called the white boat in Mongolian.
Okay.
That's round, right? But this one is like regular one. So you
Yeah.
finish, and then you do like this from this side. You go all the
Okay.
way.
Oh, so this makes it a little bit rounder than, say, a traditional Chinese dumpling, like jiaozi or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Chinese dumpling.
I'm gonna hide mine from the camera.
Yeah,
It's a,
that's how we make our boats.
a British version of a Mongolian
boats.
boat.
Yeah. So it's enough.
Okay, and how?
This is yours. You can put it here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you, Gloria. Thank you for not only showing us your hometown, but also showing us the changes that you've experienced in your life here, and lots of the locals have. I think it's fantastic to see that people still hold on to their traditions here. Traditions haven't been lost, but life has just become, I guess, a lot more convenient and a lot easier. I think it's very important to find that balance. So thank you very much for showing us this and showing us a way of life that I've never experienced before.
Sure.
Okay, I can't wait to have our
Yeah,
boats.
absolutely. Fresh ingredients, freshly made right in front of us. And one even made by me.
Yeah, you can try yours later.
Yeah.
Gloria, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, first off, thank you for having me, like I said, and we are also grateful for the changes that we are having or experiencing right now, and hopefully, I hope this is also the thing that I am trying to do with the, let's say, we want to keep up with the pace with the society, and I hope we can hold on to the old way, or let's say to our tradition or our traditional way of life. And yeah, I am grateful for the changes. Yeah. And
I have no doubt that you guys will absolutely hold on to the tradition here and
we're trying.
continue to embrace the advancement of this area.
And I hope people can, want to know more about our tradition. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Okay. Okay, that's all. Thank you.